What happens when you do your work? Where will it take you? What wisdom will you gain? In today's episode, I recorded live from the Birth Healing Intensive Celebration Retreat with the students from the first cohort of this 9-month program. Listen in as they share the golden nuggets they learned from this journey. Hello, friends. This is Lynn Schulte, and you are listening to the Birth Healing Summit podcast. We are here for meaningful conversations that will transform the way you work with pregnant and postpartum clients. Whether it is a new perspective, tool, or technique, you'll be able to implement it into your practice today. I invite you to sit back, listen with an open mind, and grab the golden nugget today's guest has to offer. Now let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to this episode. We have a really special episode for you. I'm here with all of the students in the 2024 Birth Healing Intensive program. And what I thought we would do is actually have everybody just share one special golden nugget that they took from the course, something that you all can take and ponder as you listen to this podcast. So are you ready to go? Liz here, you're up first.
I would have to say that my golden nugget is sorry, Lynn. Just to honor, I guess really just to honor yourself and really what your true self is feeling in the moment. And
especially in the sessions, right?
especially during sessions and not getting wrapped into whatever story is coming off of the table. And to just honor what's coming up for you, because when you listen to that guidance, you're able to then guide your client a lot better.
Cool. Awesome. Mariah.
So I attend labors constantly, and I have learned that you can do this work in the middle of a labor when it's needed, and if you feel called to, and that it makes a difference. It's not always their physical body holding the progress back.
Yeah, so important to remember.
Yes.
It's not always, the baby's not stuck just because of a physical complication or issue, that it may be something else, energetic, emotional, or something else.
Mhm.
Way to bring it to the labor room. Great.
Yeah,
Melissa.
and mine piggybacks right on her, and that's that you just cannot separate the physical from the emotional, from events that have happened. You just can't separate the mind, the body, and the soul. They all have to be addressed in order to reach full healing.
Awesome. How do we do that?
Well, that's $1 million question,
right?
Well, that I think is just,
I heard there's
showing
a program called Birth Healing.
Well, I think it's learning to show up as your true authentic self and trusting that what needs to show up to happen in that session is going to,
Awesome.
and trusting in that and having the courage to act on it.
Awesome. That's so true. But everybody listening in, we want you to remember that not all pain is physical.
Right.
I think that's what the big point you're getting at, that there can be more than just the physical going on in the body. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Megan.
Yeah, I'd say similarly, just being able to really show up and connect with myself, be present with myself, has been a great gift that I've learned and continue to learn.
Because it's a process too, isn't it?
It's a process, yeah. And the more I'm able to connect and just have these reminders of how to ground or how to get back to myself, the more available I'm going to be for whomever I'm interacting with.
Yeah.
And so that's been huge.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Catherine.
My golden nugget that I take into all of my sessions since going through this program is remembering that the body processes 10 times slower than our mind, and just really honoring that ability to sit with a client and let them complete their process in their body, and just seeing the really significant shifts that can have for people in their physical bodies and their emotions, and completing their stories.
Awesome. Yeah. 10 times slower than the mind. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The body processes it 10 times slower. Thank you for sharing that. Lori.
Oh, what I think I just learned a few minutes ago.
From a session you just got done having, right?
Thought I knew myself, but I guess I might not have, and now I really do.
Ooh,
So I think there's so much self-learning that we don't know how to do by ourselves until we get around a group of people that can help bring that out. So I'm just very grateful that I have all you guys this weekend and I have a wonderful partner and that I was able to let myself go. And I feel my voice deeper than it was earlier today. So that's pretty powerful for me.
how do you feel that's going to impact your work with your clients?
I feel like I know where I can go to find my ground. I feel like I have this big white light here now that we found earlier that I can connect into that was scattered around. I didn't know where it was.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to do my work and do my work and do my work, but until you really get here and let go of what you think you are, then you can really find what you didn't know you knew.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, I'm always surprised at what I find in my own body from doing this work. And it comes up and it really does take having someone there to hold space for you.
Yeah,
To
you
be
can-
able to access it. You cannot
only
access
prep
on
so
your own.
much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we can only do so much work on our own.
Yeah.
And having someone to support you in doing it allows you to go deeper, go where you never knew you needed to go.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Lori. Hey, Jerry Lynn.
So for me, needing to follow a specific way to do things, having order to my patient day, and this really opened my eyes up to I don't have to be perfect. So that's really cut into my perfectionism. It's a whole new way of treating my patients, our patients, our clients. It's not about a set way of doing things. You're treating that person that's on the table at that specific moment in time and trusting your intuition that what you are leading them through and what they're telling you is just the way it's supposed to happen at that moment, that day. And you can come back to other things the next time.
Yeah. No more cookbook recipe.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, the body is very can be very elusive sometimes and it doesn't always respond to boom, 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 boom. So yeah, thank you. Awesome. Hello, my dear. Can we see you back there? Yeah. Nancy, come on up here. No more hiding. There we go.
Okay, yeah. So I think my golden nugget is less is more.
Ah,
And
in what way? What do you mean by that?
we don't need to guide our patients as much as let our patients guide us or our clients guide
Ooh.
us. And I think, again, everyone's spoken to the more we know about ourselves, the less our ego is in it. And we know that we're just here to be the conduit and allow our patients and empower our patients to heal themselves.
Awesome. That's great. Kelly.
I would say that every session that I experience for myself and guide with a client, I am reminded of how much I long for this to be available to all women, for their prenatal experience, for their birth, for their postpartum experience, and not just for the women, but for the next generation, because those beautiful, healthy births are a big part of the health of the children that come through. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Mary Jean,
I think
you're hiding back there. I'm not gonna let you hide.
the importance of our words
Tables problem.
and
Yeah.
just, even today during the session, at one point I was like, I feel like I'm being forced into something that I just wasn't ready for.
Uh-huh.
And being able to finally find the words to express that. And then what people are telling you and how you're taking it in. And so as the therapist, what words am I saying and how, is that feeding into someone's subconscious of what they already believe about themselves or what they've been told about themselves? And does that make the person shut down more? And can I notice that? And how do you respond to that? Do you say, oh, I'm noticing this. I'm going to just step back and she did a great job of I'm just going to step back and hold space. until you can come to that spot. So not trying to force something and really watching like what you're saying to the person, because you might think it's very innocuous, there's nothing to it. But to that person, you don't know what their background is, and you might have just triggered something that now they're
Gone.
Yeah. So just really watching like our words and being open and trying to be as open-ended as possible and let the patient lead instead of what my desire to get out of it is.
Yeah.
So letting the patient, like you said, Nancy, like letting them lead the session instead of having to have a goal and I have to fix this. We can't fix. All we can do is lead and guide and drop seeds. So I think
I
that's the
love that.
biggest nugget is drop seeds, but don't try to fix.
Don't
Like,
have an
let people
agenda.
have their process
Yeah. And watch your words. Yeah.
and watch it.
There's just so much, everybody. Right? And we have Ingela. Ingela, bring your screen back on. Ingela is joining us from Sweden. What would be your golden nugget, your takeaway from your time in this course? Can you put your video back on? There we go. Hello.
Hey, someone woke up.
Oh no. Okay. The little girl.
I agree with all you have said. And for me personally, it's been trusting my intuition and realizing the power of being present and that the body has the answers.
The body has the answers. Wow. We couldn't end on a better note, could we? The body has the answers. Wow. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you all for the amazing work that you've done in this program and for sharing your wisdom with our listeners. I'm so grateful. And if you are interested in taking the deep dive and learning more, please check out the Birth Healing Intensive Program. What would you guys say about it?
Perfect.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
But worth it.
Hard work, but worth it. Awesome. All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening in, and we'll see you all in the next episode. Take care. Bye. Today's podcast was brought to you by the Institute for Birth Healing. To discover more, visit instituteforbirthhealing.com. To claim $50 off of any online course, use coupon code podcast50 at checkout. Till next time, I'm Lynn Schulte, founder of the Institute for Birth Healing.